Look at that. Check, check. You got me out there in viewer land now. I'm seeing activity on my mic now. Unbelievable. How did that happen? You got to be able to hear me now. All right, hit me up in chat and let me know if you can hear me. If everything looks good, if you can see me and hear me. Because I do appreciate you guys out there. Gotcha. Nice. Okay, so what I was saying is, it's East Coast, North Carolina, early run. Had some time this morning before, what? Oh, the server shutting down. So we get to chat for a little bit. All right. So, early morning, and I got a lot to do on the homestead. We live on a 10-acre homestead. Sometimes, I don't know if it picks up on my mic, if you can hear my chickens and hear my stuff out there. So, our road that leads into our house is 750 feet of private driveway that I'm responsible for. So I'm going to be hopping on the tractor and I'm going to be going out there and doing some grading and some scraping. So I wanted to let the sun come up. I wanted to let a little bit of the chill knock off the air, and then I'm going to go out there and hop on the tractor. But I wanted to get an early morning run in. I wanted to explore the military base Kamensk. That was on my list of to-dos and something I wanted to experience with this character. The server that I've been playing on this morning has had, I think it had around 10 or 12 people when I jumped on. I don't know how many's on there now. So I haven't heard any gunshots, haven't seen anything, but whenever I streamed yesterday, I think it was yesterday. Anyways, when I did my last stream, there was like 50 or 60 people on, and I still didn't see anybody or hear anybody. And I've been doing the same thing, just going and checking out these military bases and just seeing how far I could take this character before I either get got or I get somebody. And when I get to this level here, I'm pretty sure there's not going to be a lot of talking. There's probably just going to be a lot of shooting and ask questions later, because it's very tempting. Even though my play style and how I like to play, I enjoy at least teaming up with one other person before, to shoot first and ask questions later, but that don't seem to work out. Yeah, Cruz. If you can't see in chat, guys, Cruz let me know that he's been on full pop servers and not seen a single soul. Sometimes DayZ just turns into a walking sim. A walking and zombie simulation. Yeah, walking sim and zombie survival situation. That's sometimes all it is. So we're still waiting for the server to come back up. Now, an idea that I've toyed around with is, if I keep getting bored on this server after I visited all these military bases and check that off my to-do list, because I'm building experience in the game. I'm not very experienced in the game, and building my understanding of Chernarus and not being lost and having to rely on this I Survive on my phone as much. Once I start getting better with that, I might take this character to another like a slam full server and just see if I can't get into something. And because I realize in order to progress, in order to get better, I have to be put in situations, and I have to defend myself. I have to, take other people out. That's just DayZ. That's the name of the game. I try to play friendly, especially at first. It doesn't work out sometimes, and sometimes it works out great. I've met some of the coolest people that I've connected with on Discord and things like that playing this game, and I've run with some really cool people. So, and that's really enjoyable. There we go. All right. So we are back in. So Crew, I figured you'd be streaming. I end up watching your streams a lot. When I'm on day shift, a lot of times I pop you on and listen to you in the background whenever I'm working, and sometimes I have to just leave it running and I can't pay attention, obviously, because I'm working, getting paid to do a job, and I got to do my job. But I pop you on like the radio sometimes, and a lot of times the way yours looks like the way it works out for you and the way it works out for me is you're streaming while it's later in the day for you, obviously, being in the UK. And if I'm saying that correctly, I believe you're in the UK. So I figured you'd be hopped on streaming and doing some trucking or some cooking or some DayZ or stuff like that. But it is good to see you out there, crew. I appreciate you. So let's see here. I'm not technically off today. I'm supposed to be working night shift, but I was off yesterday and I spent all day working on the homestead, working on my driveway. I dug a ditch, put in a drainage pipe on my little private road coming into my place, and I was dog tired and I fell asleep like a normal human being last night. So I slept all night. I'm supposed to work all night tonight. One of my night shifts I have to pull tonight. So I'm going to do this early morning stream. I'm going to get there and or get that done and then get me some sleep. So that's my goals for today. Do my road, get some sleep. And a little bit of stream in the morning. Can't miss that. Yeah, it looks like so if you can't see the chat and stream there, guys, Cruz let me know that he fell out of sync with his streams. So looks like he's got some things he's configuring with his PC. Yeah, it's a struggle. So I was running an old PC that I've had a long time. It's a Core i7 7700K. I got my RTX. Is it a 2070? Anyways, I've been running this PC, and the type of games I play, I've been running just fine for so long and never had any issues. Then Windows 11 comes along. And Windows 11 says my PC isn't updated enough to be able to run Windows 11, and they forced me onto that nonsense. And anyways, I'm going to grab that for now. That might be... No, it's non-magnification. Standardized, rail-mounted non-magnification. Anyways, Windows 11 forced me into updating my PC, and I got a Ryzen. My budget isn't great. Didn't have a whole lot of money to spend on a PC, and they forced me into a Ryzen, and it's supposed to be better. It's more cores and everything. I just updated a motherboard, kept the same everything else, and my stuff runs worse. It runs so much better with my Core i7, my old school, and this game doesn't run as good, and I just don't get it. DDR4, 32 gigs, same power supply, same case. I just updated my motherboard and my chipset, and that old i7 blew this thing out of the water. So I don't know. Maybe I just don't have some of my settings configured correctly. I'm not going to blame the Ryzen, because Ryzen has gotten better, and Intel's just dropped the ball on gamers and stuff, it seems. At least that's the popular consensus, and that's kind of what I was seeing. When I started pricing, I kind of wanted to stay with Intel, and it just didn't work out. The money just wasn't there. I could get so much better for so much as far as price. And then, fortunately, well, no, I was on the edge of the DDR4 and 5 crash. So I wasn't even right there, but I still spent more money than I ever wanted to spend on DDR4 RAM. I couldn't even upgrade to DDR5 because of my budget. So anyway, PCs are getting wild out there. I said all that to say, crew, I understand if you're doing some configuring on your PC and getting new parts. Hey, Last time I was in a military base and I got into a knife fight with a zombie, I got. It's just so loud whenever you fight these things, and you're not able to maintain your awareness of your surroundings. And crew, we were talking one time about, I think you were the one that mentioned that when I was talking about streaming and learning how to stream and being new to stream, you know, hitting go is the hardest thing to do. And we talked about that, and that is absolutely correct. And one of the things that I've learned, and I'm learning about myself doing this, is trying to keep myself talking or keeping myself engaged, because you want to lock in. I want to lock into the game, and I want to just be so focused and not get shot and not get eaten by zombies. And then I completely ignore the chat, and then I look up and there's a whole bunch of chat going, and I just missed it all. So, but I maybe finding a balance and not being a chatty Cathy too, not just trying to fill the time. But anyways, it's a learning experience. I'm having a blast. I am having a blast. Oh. Also talking and not paying attention to zombies. And I wonder if I'm a bit of what the word I want to look for here, maybe not sadist, but why do I punish myself with DayZ being the game that I chose out of all the things I enjoy? And I have very retro-oriented, but also eclectic tastes. I enjoy a lot of different games across a spectrum. And why I chose DayZ? Why did I choose the pain? You know, I don't know. I guess I could have chose Tarkov or something like that and still be just miserable and trying to play a hard, non-relenting game and learn a new skill. So let's see if I see anything in there. There he is. I would absolutely be caught in a bad situation if there was more people playing. Where's he at? I hear him. I'm just gotten to the hornet's nest now. Let's see here. Now, I hear a chicken on the game, and then I've got chickens outside of my window that I've tried my best to soundproof. I've put up a thick blanket. I've put pillows in the window. I need to get some foam and create like this barrier on this wall. And when I first heard that chicken, I was like, how is my chicken so loud? And then I realized that it's one on here. And I don't need food, so I'm gonna leave them alone. I got cans of spaghetti and all kinds of stuff. So I got plenty. So this has just turned into an exploration today, guys. Let's see here. Worn, and mine is damaged. I've been holding out for maybe a combat helmet and the visor and all that stuff. And here's the thing too. I'm putting all this thought and effort and all this trying to... There is my Vega, guys. I have been holding out for a Vega. I enjoy that rifle. That. Now, whether it's rose-colored glasses and as good as I think it is, and I got no way of carrying it. I've got a stash if it hasn't been dug up already. That I've been building myself up for this right here, the shotgun. So I'm gonna have to make some decisions. I gotta remember what tent this is in. I'm gonna do my searching here, and then I'm gonna come back for that Vega, and I'm gonna take a run and try to make it to my stash. I'm not gonna do that today. I just don't have time. Like I said, I do have real life that has to happen, got a lot of work to do. Like I said, hence the overalls. So, and the ball cap. I like my flat cap, and that's kind of my thing. But flat cap don't work too hot out here on the farm. But what I was saying is, I need to do some deadening of my walls, and my chickens are so loud, and they're just out there. And a chicken, that is one thing on DayZ. A chicken, they're loud on this game, and they tell you exactly where they're at. That is 100% the case with real chickens. My roosters just go out of control, and the roosters are a whole nother story. So we hatched out 20 chickens, and we just started the homestead thing as a family a couple years ago. We've been selling everything, sold a house in the burbs, and found some property out in the middle of nowhere down by the river, and we have started this homestead thing. Last year was our first year of garden and chickens and everything, and I'm learning. And I didn't know how to sex. Where'd my bayonet go? That is not cool. Did I drop it? That sucks, guys. That sucks. I dropped my bayonet somewhere. Or my combat knife. Not paying attention. So anyways, I'll find another one. We just started the homestead thing, and we didn't know how to sex these things, and I ended up with 7 roosters. And now growing up, I had them, and we would have culled them and harvested them. We raised these chickens by hand. We hand fed them. I done got soft, y'all. I done got soft. My wife, I've got that rifle. I might be loot hoarding at this point. But my wife was like, I said, well, they're grown. It's time to do put some chickens in some pots. And she said, you're not touching my chickens. They will live a good life. We will let them roam. And I get it. And I got a little soft, and we let our chickens roam. So they are sorting themselves out. They will 100% figure out who's the dominant, and there might be some that take each other out. That's just the way that it is. That's life, nature. So we're just letting them live their best life, and they stay outside of my window all the time. They just like to congregate and hang out where I'm trying to stream, and confuse me if I'm hearing them on TV or if I'm hearing them in my game, or I'm hearing them outside for real. All right, let's put. Will this fit in the holster? It should, shouldn't it? Yeah, look at that. All right. I was not really good at bayoneting with the thing stuck on my rifle with the bayonet on my AK, so I just switched it to my hands for these zombies. And there is, what is that? That takes more 9mm. I'm trying to get 9mm rounds for my pistol, guys, because I've been taking the zombies out with that. All right. Alright, so I got plenty of rounds, so I'm not going to try to bayonet these guys. If I got to take one out, he's going to get shot. Unless he's right up on top of me. I don't do so well with that either. I'm still learning how to hit the F button, and Let's try to remember where that tent was that had the Vega. Because before I leave this military base, the Vega is coming with me. It's going to go in my hands, and I'm going to run with it and try to make it to my stash. So, like I said, I've not gotten very good with cracking the zombies. I can try it. Where's he at? Alright. Hey, that went pretty well. Now, I'm cut though. Where is the door? All right. Let's get this wound bandaged. All right. My suppressor must be needing repairs. It's only worn. I can't repair it anymore. So it must just be loud enough that it's drawing attention. So that's something I'm learning. I hear him out there. So let's just do this. Let's let him calm down. 904. So what's going to end up happening here is I'm going to finish exploring this military base. I'm going to grab that Vega. I'm going to run out into the wood line. There's the tents. I'm going to run out into the wood line with the Vega in my hands, and I'm going to exit. And that's what the game plan is here. Is the combat shovel a better zombie killer? Would that be more conducive of fighting these things? Or is it better to take them out silently with the bayonet? Or is it better to shoot them? Questions, questions, questions. Still got a few more rounds. I think I would prefer to save that. I mean, I just got to where I had plenty of rounds and I just wasted a bunch of them and drew a bunch of attention to myself. Huh. And the bayonet went back on my rifle. Guess that answers that. It's worn. So, and I absolutely need that to be able to dig up my stash. So, let's stick with the bayonet. Where are you? Where are you? There's a door leading in. All right. See, I think I already have that, but is it pristine? Four by 32. 4 times. Yes, please and thank you. And they don't even require batteries. Yes. And I got a nice sight on top of it. Now, all this loot hoarding, it never seems to fail that you walk around a corner and somebody snipes you. But the name of the game is borrowing the gear, because when I get somebody, which happens, when I get that person, I just got the gear from them, and they walked around spending all their time getting it. So it's just part of the economy of the game. That's okay. All these pouches, and I haven't found a plate carrier yet. I was kind of hoping to run into one. Now, last time that I was in this building, I got it to the top of the stairs, and somebody was stalking me. And I caught sight and sound of them every now and then. Somebody was stalking me, and they were stalking me through this installation. And I got to the top of the stairs, and I had that, I guess it's the VC, is it the VCS? What is that rifle? It's the one I keep talking about, that is silenced in its Soviet era. And anyways, I got to the top of the stairs and just waited on them. I've got so many magazines. Yeah, I'm good, but I will take the rounds. No, well, 14. How many does that hold? 30 round. So yeah, I'll get some rounds. I got to the top of the stairs in this building, and he made the mistake of coming around, and he got. So that was one of my last encounters in this building. And like I said, I haven't been to these buildings enough to be very familiar, and I just now realized where I'm at. And that's even where that interaction happened. Badly damaged anyway. Mine are in better shape. That's pristine. So why would I want to do that? Why would I need another one? I got plenty. If I get into an encounter where I need 3 magazines, that's a bad day. That's like a combat loadout. One in your rifle and 3 in a pouch. 3 on your side or on your back, or however you want to look at it, is on your vest. That's a combat loadout. So I wouldn't need that. I don't know if anything... Yes, stuff does spawn on the roofs. Those would be good if I wanted to, but I've got a 6x scope now, so I absolutely don't need that. I don't know if anything spawns up here or not. 100% of death sentence, just a wrench to walk along the roof like this, guys. All right, let's get out of the building. I'm going to call a lot of this wins here for the day. And let's grab our Vega. Those zombies are still around somewhere. They just didn't disappear. Put our Vega in our hands and get out of Dodge. If I can remember where it's at. There it is. There it is, and it is pristine too. Nice. All right, we are bouncing. In which direction do I want to go? to get out of here. Oh, and there's the zombie. So that means I'm going the other way. I think I've explored everything. I might be missing a huge section of the fort here, or whatever you want to call it. And I'm cut. Jerk. I'm just trying to get out of here. Trying to get my loot and get out of here, people. You can have your military base. Just trying to get out of Dodge. This looks like the way out. Yeah, okay. I have made it in and out. In and out. All right, what time is it? 9:15. How far away am I? I said this last time on one of my streams. I said, no, I'm not going to go. Let me look and see how far away I am. If I can get to where I want to go. I'm just getting out of the vicinity. All right, let's see here. Came in that way, went through the tents. Yeah, and I did everything that you can do in the area. So from the military base, just looking to see where I'm trying to go here and see how far away it is. So and there's the windows. Zelino. So I'm trying to get to Puchka. Pastoska. Which is another military base that I wanted to try, was this MBVMC. So which way is that? That is going to be it is going to be not that far actually. It is going past, I guess that's going to be the Northwest Airfield. I'm going to be going south for the ways. Well, west and then south. So west might be my best bet. And then so if I just go due south from here, I'm going to end up in Severgrad. We'll go west. And I got about 10 more minutes left on this stream. And so I'm going to travel west and try to make up some ground. And then I'm going to call it. So north, west. So let's just travel. Ten more minutes, guys. 10 more minutes. And then I got to get to my real life. I don't even have a shell to put in this thing. So ten more minutes. I'm gonna do walking sim for 10 minutes, heading what I do believe is, and I do kind of want to be on a southwest trajectory. All right. Let's see here. Let's check our directions here. Let's check our cardinal directions. West is that way. And when I put this thing away, I just want to see if it maintains the same while it's on my hip or on my bag. It's a little off. It's a little different. So, I mean, well, no, it straightened itself out a little bit there. It's just not as accurate The compass is just not as accurate whenever it's on your bag, it don't seem. Something I can do is that right there. All right. We'll do the walk and sim thing for a few more minutes. See if I can find a town or find something for orientation, and then we call it a day. I do appreciate you guys. What is that? I have made my way to some kind of rocky outcrop. Now, the question is, can I get to the top of it and see where I'm at? Okay, let's see something. What is this? A logging camp. Now, and a hut. Would I be able to orient myself with this? Oh, I'm back on, this is probably Kamensk. Looks like Kamensk. Bet you this is Kamensk. That would be a good thing. Yeah. Yeah. So this is Kamensk. I don't want to log out in town because I don't want to log back on right in the middle of a firefight or something. But that is a good thing for me because Kamensk, the south road leading out of town, is the road that I want to follow to go towards my end goal. So, and I got 4 minutes left, guys. 4 minutes. And then I'm calling it for today. And I do appreciate crew for letting me know that my mic was down and not doing something it's supposed to do. South Road leading out of town. Now, let's eat. Let's eat a little bit of something while I'm walking and talking. Oh, I can't. I don't want to do the unknown because I can only eat a little bit of that at a time. Let's do the SCADIOs, guys. Let's do the SCADIOs. I'm going to eat until my stomach's full, then I'm going to put it back up. Alright, whole can of SpaghettiOs in the belly. So, I can't believe I spent the whole first half of this stream talking and nobody could hear me, but maybe that's why people would pop in and then pop out. So just following the road out of here, and I'm out of time. I'm out of time, guys. So let's see if we can get to some kind of landmark, and then I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna wring my clothes out. Couple interesting things with the zombies is I shot a military zombie back there straight in the face with a 9mm round, and he didn't have anything special, no kind of helmet or anything, and it didn't take him down, which was kind of strange. Alright, food going up, hydration going up, temperature going up, blood going up. So I'm getting out of this stream not on a bad hand, bad foot. I'm in the wide open. I'm just trying to find something, some kind of landmark or something, so I know where I'm at. Kono, I did not realize I missed Chrono in there, or Kono in there somehow. Sorry I missed you on the chat there, bud. I wasn't paying attention. I missed you. I get lost in the shuffle there. Alright, so I have made it to something. Now what is this something? Some kind of landmark here. What is this? Some type of construction site. And then I'm outside of a town. Maybe, oh yes, and there's a street sign. So good stuff. Good stuff. Pristine working boots would have been a great find if I didn't already have assault boots. I think a hammer would be good if I was doing some base building. Alright, everybody's popped out of the view of the stream. I have found a landmark. So this is literally it, guys. This is literally it. I'm just going to orient myself here. I'm going to figure out where I'm at. I'm going to go look at this sign. Get my bearings. I'm going to go up into the wood line and I'm going to call it a day. I just need to know where I'm at. I'm lost. N-O-N-E-C. N-O-N-E-C. Let's get into the woods. Alright, we are into the wood line. Alright, so that's going to be it for the stream today, guys. And I appreciate all of you that were out there watching in Viewerland. I had no idea that my mic was off. So alright. Let's see here. Before I end the stream, I'm going to look and see where I'm at. I'm exactly where I want to be. I am headed towards my end goal. Alright. Pulsovo. So I'm just outside of Pulsovo. Alright. So that's going to be that for the day. I appreciate y'all. It looks like I am outside of also airfield Vibor, which I'm not going to explore immediately. I just need to get to my end goal here. Alright. Alright, y'all. That's going to be it for today. I'm going to get off to some real life and what I need to get done. Appreciate y'all watching, everybody that stayed with us. That's going to be the end of the stream. Peace, be blessed, and we'll see you on the next one.